The World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
What's up, all you lucky people? It's me, UM again, and this is going to be Series 3 of the WWF Hasbro series. One of the things I wanted to mention, I took down my very first blue-orange card series review. I found out that it's going to be a lot easier for me to do it series by series, just like I had been before, than to kind of just do them all hodgepodge like that, because inevitably I was actually accidentally going to pick up another one and I've already reviewed it. This way I can avoid that. And I'm sorry to anybody that favorited it or left a comment or wanted to watch it. You'll get to see all those figures again, like just in this video, you'll get to see a couple already over again. Well, this series was the first to introduce a whole bunch of new people, but at the same time you got they took the Macho King mold and they put Macho Man on the back. When I find that, I'll show it to you. There's a Hulk Hogan that has kind of like Bret Hart arms. I did not pick that one up when it came out new, and I really won't pick it up until I can find it for $1 somewhere. So that one won't be in this review either. But I will show you there was a couple other people that came about again in this series. The first one of those is Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Actually, I do have his scissors. They did him up in a little bit more garish outfit that he was more known for towards the end of his run. He does the arm wind up and pretty good likeness. I think this is the mold they were going to use for the Mega Maniacs one. Your other repaint that you get in this is a much better Big Boss Man. And look at that likeness. Much better than the original one. I don't care if they didn't give him the glasses. This is a much better figure. I love the whole open chest thing, and it just was it's just so much better. Oh, and he does the whole clothesline gimmick. I don't do too much. I'll try to keep the joints as stiff as possible on them. Alright, your third person that you redid is going to be the Ultimate Warrior, but this is one of the cool, this is my, the most interesting Ultimate Warrior. Not my favorite, as I said, my favorite's the one with the Gorilla Press, but you can make this one kind of go crazy. Because he works with the feet, you press him down. Fairly good figure. Pretty good likeness. Alright, so those are your remakes. But this one actually introduced a whole bunch of new figures. Like, you get a new tag team. You get the Natural Disasters, which are Typhoon and Earthquake. My Earthquake's legs are a little loose, so excuse him if he falls over. Pretty good likeness of them. They both do the same thing. I'll show you with Typhoon. The arms lift and they drop, and inevitably they always click back like that. Big Boss Man, Bam Bam Bigelow later uses this mold. As you saw in my red carded video. Nothing really that exciting about it. I'll show you the face. Typhoon, aka Tugboat, and Earthquake, later known in WCW as a Shark, I think. That was a pretty poor gimmick, but WCW in the very beginnings wasn't exactly known for their awesome gimmicks. aka Glacier. Sorry to any Glacier fans out there. Next up, Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado. Poor Von Erich family. Wow. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about that, but he has a very, very interesting gimmick. It's probably the least realistic gimmick, and they gave it to Tatanka as well. You twist him around, and unfortunately his mechanism is so broken by now. And essentially, you can actually get him to spin, and it's like it was just so weird. Fairly good likeness of Carrie. Can you focus for me? Apparently Carrie's face is a lot of focus. Okay. Next up, you get the first figure of Kurt Hennig, aka Mr. Perfect. You get him in a plain yellow. Unfortunately, not that great of a figure. I love the repaint in the Red Series. It was a lot better. Just a lot nicer all around. You get pretty good likeness of Kurt there. Pretty nice figure. He does the old arm wrap around thing. Probably one of the most utilized molds. They did Atom Bomb and Crush with it. Get them all in the picture for you. Okay, and next up we get, as you saw in my very first video, Coco Beware. Don't want to talk about him too much, but I will just for the sake of this video. Don't have his bird. Don't have Frankie. Very upset about not having Frankie. Hope to be able to find it someday. Teamed up with Owen Hart as part of High Energy. Has the face plant. Not really that exciting. Get a good look at the face of Coco. Next up, pretty cool figure. I'm glad they made one. Great Hammer Valentine. Says the hammer on his ass. Very good. I use him so much, his arm is pretty much loose by now. Even did his shin guard, which was, when I was watching, I remember this was always such a big controversy because when he would do the figure 4 leg lock, they always be like, "Is that hurting him more?" It's like, I guess so. And I don't know if you can see it, but it says Greg. They didn't color it in. They should have made it yellow. His costume is very, very, very close to Ric Flair, and even his finishing maneuver was Ric Flair. It's Greg Valentine. Alrighty. And my favorite figure out of the third series is like because I'm a G.I. Joe fan, and now you've given it away. Sergeant Slaughter. I love this figure. I think he's great. Looks just like him. Gigantic chin and all. Pointing his finger. Calling someone a maggot. Great camouflage pants. He just does this. Nothing big. We just like to make him poke people in the eye. Alright, well, there's Series 3. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, so I'll be coming back soon with the very, very piddly Series 4. Didn't really introduce that many figures into it, but there are some good ones that came out of it. Alright, this is UM. You guys take it easy.